This is a very special 2022 on a 22 registration Toyota Yaris, and it is the GR, so that's the Gazoo Racing, and importantly this is a circuit pack car. So there was only 3 options when you ordered these cars from new, and that was a standard car, a convenience pack car and a circuit pack car. And if you look at the market, nearly everybody went with a circuit pack car, and that's because this car was built for rallying. It is a homologation special car, so Toyota had to build a minimum of 25,000 of these to go rallying with them. And it's such a different animal to a standard Toyota Yaris, it's almost unbelievable. The only part shared on this car versus a standard Toyota Yaris is the brake lights. And there's a lot of unique features about the car, which I'll try and run through and try not to forget anything, because there is just so much different about it. And I will obviously tell you about the circuit pack and what that includes. But the other cost option, so the circuit pack is one of the cost options this car's got. The only other option on the GR Yaris was the paint. And this car is also fitted with the pearl white paint, which was, I believe, over £1,000 option. And you'll see it, it's beautiful under the lights here, really pearl effect in the paintwork. As I mentioned at the start, this car's a 2022, it's done 1,700 miles, and obviously it's got the remainder. The beauty of it being a Toyota is you get that 5-year warranty with it as well, so remainder of the manufacturer's warranty. And because of the nature of these cars, the Toyota warranty actually does cover it for circuit use. So a lot of people do track day these. This one hasn't been, but a lot of people do, and it's available there. You don't have to worry about it if you are going to do that. But just a couple of features on the car. So you'll see obviously the contrast with the carbon fibre roof. So that is an actual carbon fibre roof. If you took the carbon wrap off there, it's forged carbon underneath, which saves about 4 kilos versus the standard car. And the door skins, bonnet and boot are all aluminium on this car. So again, it's all about saving weight. The car weighs just under 1,300 kilos, and that's impressive considering it's a 4-wheel drive car. And the 4-wheel drive system is actually the lightest 4-wheel drive system ever put in a production car, and it's not a basic one either. It's very complicated. So there's 3 modes you can have in this car. You can either have it 60% power going to the front, 40 to the back. You can have it 30 to the front, 70 to the back, or you can have it a complete even 50-50 split in track mode. But again, we'll talk more about the options inside the car. And as we go around the car now, I'll point out some of the standard options and some of the bits that are on the all-important circuit pack, which in my opinion is the only version of this car you would want to buy, and that is evident in the way people have ordered them. I think 90% of the cars ordered were circuit packs. But starting at the front here, as I mentioned, being a modern Toyota, you do get a lot of options as standard. So the car is fitted with radar guided cruise control, which is all hidden in the badge these days, so you can't see any sort of physical radars. And then, as I mentioned before, being a GR Yaris, not a standard one, no parts are shared. So you've got this huge bumper with this massive intake. You can see the intercooler behind the grille there, and you've got big sort of intakes in here, and they are open and do go all the way through on both sides. The car is wider, lower and longer than a standard Yaris. And then again, round the front here, you'll see on these, where the fog light is, you've got this sort of carbon fibre effect on there. So again, just to help with the looks of the car. And then you've got these beautiful LED headlights with the LED daytime running light. Again, another effect on top just to help with the design. But these also have automatic high beam assist as well. So just lots of usable everyday features like you wouldn't expect in a rally car, but being Toyota, you know, you get the best of both worlds. Coming around the side, one of the features of the all-important circuit pack is you get these BBS forged 18-inch alloy wheels, and then you get the red GR calipers there, and they're a beautiful wheel, very lightweight as well. And the car comes standard fitted with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres. Every GR circuit pack car comes with those tyres as standard. The other packs don't get such high quality tyres on there. And you can see it's just a beautiful looking wheel in this sort of dark chrome almost finish on there as well. It's not black, it is a almost, like I say, shadow chrome sort of finish. You've got the GR badge here, and then again, big sort of extended side skirts, because you can see if you have a look down the side just how wide, you can actually see there just how wide the arches are compared to a standard Yaris. Even the front ones are much wider as well. And this is the only variant of a Yaris. You can't buy a standard Yaris in a 3-door. This is the only variant of a Yaris available in a 3-door, and the reason for that is because for the rally car, obviously they put a big wing on the back for aerodynamics, so they wanted to keep the roof line as low as possible, so it's a much lower roof line than a standard Yaris, which as a result obviously means there's less space in the back, but the people who are buying these are not buying it to take the family shopping. So if you have a look inside, you'll see you've got those beautiful GR bucket seats. You've still got all of Toyota's, perfect infotainment system. You get a very nice steering wheel, GR embossed in the seats, and the red stitching, and all of the sort of perforations have got red stitching in it as well. So it's a very neat looking seat in there, and the GR mats, and obviously the dashboard as well, which we'll see more of as we go round the driver's side. And the doors, as I said before, they're all aluminium, so very lightweight. Privacy glass on the back windows, and you've got this big roof spoiler in gloss black and the shark fins in gloss black as well. As I mentioned, coming around the back, the only standard part of a Yaris is the brake lights. So they are normal brake lights, but they fit in very nicely with the boot here, with the GR badge on that side as well. GR4 badge, just so you know exactly what you're looking at, but it's not hard to get it confused with it is very hard to confuse it with a normal Yaris because it's completely different. And then down the back here, this car's had a couple of small, I would call them quality of life modifications. So the first of which is this Miltech exhaust on the car. So it's a 3-cylinder engine, 1.6. It also the most powerful 3-cylinder production engine ever put in a car as well, just under 260 horsepower out of 1.6 litres and 3 cylinders. So there's a Miltech exhaust on this car to make it sound better. We do have the original exhaust as well, so there's a choice there for you. It will be included with the car. If you're not a fan of the slightly noisier exhaust, we have the standard one available. And then you've got this big diffuser here with the fins down it as well, and then obviously a light in the back of the diffuser there, which is your reversing light. And if I open the boot, as I mentioned at the start, it's an aluminium boot, so extremely lightweight, and you can almost see it in the way that the boot's put together, that it's designed to be lightweight, and it's a very small sort of area of the boot. You have got a flat floor on the boot, so it's easy to load things in, and the middle row of seats will fold down as well, so you can create more space if you need it. And then easy access, again, being a rally car, everything's thought to be easy access. So you've got the battery in there, you have got a brand new tyre inflation kit in there as well, which has obviously never been used, having only covered 1,700 miles, and a few bits of extra storage if you've got small items to put in there as well. I'll just pull that boot down. And you can just, the more I look at it, you can just see the pearl white. It's a big difference versus a standard solid white. It's a great looking car. And if I open the door, and we'll go. And the other one is the car's fitted with a ghost immobilizer, so an extra layer of security might help make your insurance cheaper and just less chance of the car being stolen. I haven't heard of any of them being stolen, but it's nice to know that that extra security is there. And if I jump in the car, on the inside, so starting on the driver's door, you still have electric windows, obviously only two because it's a 3-door car. You've got power folding door mirrors and all the electric adjustment there. And then you've got Alcantara on the sort of armrests. There's a lot of Alcantara in this car, obviously inspired by the rally car. And then in the middle here, we've got this 3-spoke GR steering wheel, nice and small, nice and easy to hold. And you've got the contrast red stitching around there as well, and the GR badge in the middle. And as I mentioned at the start, your adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, all of your sort of Bluetooth, voice control. It's got a lot of features that you would expect of a Toyota. Your automatic high beam button is down there. You've got obviously headlight adjustments and all the rest of it down there as well. And if I turn the car on, it will take a bit longer than normal to turn the car on because of the ghost immobilizer, which obviously we would explain the process to the new owner, whoever buys the car. But just so I can show you some of the features in here as it all fires up. As you'll be able to see whilst I'm doing this, obviously the big wide screen in the middle there, which is all of your normal sort of Toyota infotainment. So Apple CarPlay, you've got a reversing camera, which I'll show you in a second. I'll just push the sequence to get the car started. Like I say, Apple CarPlay in there, all Bluetooth phone connections. And then if I fire it up, you may or may not be able to hear it, but obviously, as I mentioned, 3-cylinder engine with a Miltech exhaust, so it sounds very good on startup. It's quite a unique noise being a 3-cylinder, and the engine's got technology to actually shut down to 2 cylinders if you're just cruising along very slowly, so for better fuel economy and just longer life on the engine. So they've really thought of everything in this. A lot of people, if you read or watch videos about this car, a lot of people, nobody knows, and nobody knows how many Toyota have actually made, because they didn't make the full 25,000, which is why they're worth a lot of money. These cars are worth more now than they were when they were new. You can't buy one for less than they were when they were new, and you can't order a new one anymore. The order books are completely closed. But it's another car, a bit like the Lexus LFA, and look, it's actually cost Toyota more to develop these cars and produce them than what they will make from selling them, which is why a lot of people think they've actually cut the 25,000 down to reduce the costs of producing the cars. But if I pop it into reverse, only available with a 6-speed manual, but you'll see the big reversing camera, high quality with the guidelines there as well. Nice and easy to park this thing. And there's a lot of storage, you know, you've got storage areas under here for your phones and cup holders down here and storage in the back as well. And you've got your GR badge there, which says that the car was developed for the FIA World Rally Championship. It's got automatic rev matching, so when you're changing down gears, it will automatically blip the throttle for you. Like I say, it's really good for a small track day car if that's what you're after. And then your normal sort of dual zone climate control in there as well. And as I said, only available in a 6-speed manual, but a very tight, and it's a really nice gearbox to use in this car. Everything is just the best Toyota have ever produced, really, if you ask anybody. But I'll just turn the car off now and jump outside. A lot of people are comparing these cars to cars like the Evo Tommy Mackinnon edition and the Subaru, the P1 Subarus and stuff like that, in terms of old homologation cars that are going to be worth a fortune in the future. And so to be able to get a low mileage example like this, 1,700 miles, quite a late registered one compared to, obviously, like I say, the order books are closed, so I don't think there will ever be a 72 plate car unless it's a late registered one. So the last plate available on the GR Yaris is a limited numbers car. Like I say, nobody actually knows the official number, but there's believed to be less than 3,000 in the UK and less than sort of 15,000 worldwide. Like I say, Toyota were planning on building 25,000, but they did cut that short. This is a beautiful example with a few quality of life modifications. Important to remember that we will include the standard exhaust. It has had its 6-month safety check as well from Toyota main dealer, so it's all up to date on the service history side of things. My name's Ben. I hope the video's helped, and thank you very much for watching.